Have you ever felt like you were trying so hard to control everything, yet that the more you tried, the more exhausted you became, and things still didn't go the way you wanted? It could be at work. You worry about every number, every email sent out, afraid that a small mistake could ruin everything. Or maybe it's in a relationship. You try to control the other person's emotions, hoping they'll always act the way you want so you can feel secure. Or perhaps it's the future. You keep imagining the worst case scenarios, making plans for every possibility, but deep down you still feel anxious. The truth is, the more we try to control, the more out of control we feel. Life will never fully go our way. And when things slip out of our hands, fear, anxiety, and stress often rise even stronger. There is a very profound teaching from the Buddha. The root of suffering is attachment. We don't suffer only because of circumstances, but because our minds constantly cling and hold on. We believe that if we can control everything, we will finally find peace. But that's an illusion. Life is always moving, changing, and far beyond our calculations. So, how can we let go of this need for control and regain peace when everything feels out of our hands? In this video, we will go deeper into three aspects. Understand why we constantly feel the need to control everything. Recognize the harm that excessive control brings. Learn how to practice letting go so our hearts can feel lighter. Take a moment to be still, breathe deeply, and join me on this journey. First, why do we always want to control everything? If you notice carefully, the need for control comes from a very familiar feeling: fear. Fear of losing what we already have. Fear that something bad will happen in the future. Fear that others will not love us the way we want. We believe that when we hold control, we will feel safer. So we create hundreds of what if scenarios, making all kinds of plans to protect ourselves. But there is one truth we often forget: no one can control everything. Long ago, a man came to the Buddha and complained about life. He listed all his troubles. His children did not listen. His work was failing. Illness came suddenly. He asked, "Dear Lord, is there a way for me to stop facing these problems?" The Buddha smiled and said, "I cannot help you remove all the troubles in life, but I can teach you how not to let them control your mind." This is the key point. We cannot control everything that happens, but we can control how we respond. Do you see that the more we want to hold tight, the less peace we have? Controlling work makes you constantly worry about results, afraid of how others will judge you. You take on too much and easily burn out. Controlling other people makes you want them to live up to your expectations. This not only suffocates them, but you also suffer because they can never please you all the time. Controlling the future makes you overthink and plan every detail, but a small change can be enough to shake you completely. When we cling to things must go my way, our minds are always tense. This control is truly an illusion because life is impermanent. Weather changes, people change, every situation changes. Letting go does not mean giving up or neglecting. Letting go is learning to release what we cannot hold while focusing on what we can do. The first step is to notice. Ask yourself, what am I trying to control? Is this something within my power? You worry that your boss will think poorly of you. Can you control your boss's thoughts? No. What you can do is give your best at work, and how your boss thinks is up to them. The second step is to accept impermanence. Remind yourself daily that everything changes. When you truly understand this, you know that trying to hold everything tightly only brings suffering. Instead of resisting, accept. Accept that others have the right to think and live their way. Accept that plans may change. Accept that life will not always go your way. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I accept the present as it is. I do my best, and I leave the rest to life. The third step is to practice letting go little by little. It will not happen in a day. It takes time, patience, and trust. You can start small. When someone does not reply to your message right away, do not panic or overthink. Give them space. When work does not go as planned, instead of blaming yourself, adjust and move forward. When fear of the future rises, bring yourself back to the present. Focus on your breath, on what you can do right now. Each time you release a little, you will feel lighter. And at some point, you will realize you do not need to control everything to be at peace. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more the sand slips away. But when you open your hand, the sand simply rests there. Excessive control is like clenching the sand. The more you try to hold, the more you lose. Letting go is not about dropping everything. It is about opening your hand so your heart can finally be at ease. The Buddha once said, "Nothing is mine. Nothing is me. Nothing is myself." This is a reminder that life is always changing and nothing truly belongs to us. When we understand this deeply, we stop clinging so much. And in that moment, freedom and peace have the chance to bloom in our hearts. My dear friend, we have walked through a journey together to see clearly that trying to control everything only makes the heart heavier. Life will always have changes beyond our prediction. The only thing we can do is learn to release and accept. Remember that letting go does not mean neglecting. Letting go is doing our very best and then handing the rest over to the flow of life. It is like planting a tree. You water it, care for it, and feed it, but you cannot force it to grow faster or bloom right away. You simply love it in each moment and trust in its natural rhythm. To help you feel this release, let us practice a short meditation together. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. As you exhale, feel all the tension in your body melting away. Bring your attention to the place in your heart where you feel the most anxiety and quietly tell yourself, "I have done my best. I now let life lead the way." Take another deep breath in and gently let go. If you practice like this every day, you will notice your mind becoming less tense, less caught up in the need for control, and peace will naturally arise. My dear friend, when you let go, you do not lose anything. You are simply laying down the burdens that never belong to you. And only when your hands are no longer clinging tightly can your heart be wide open to receive love and freedom. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. If you feel that this topic brings healing, please share it with those who might need it. And always remember, you deserve to live with a peaceful heart, free from fear and the need to control. See you in the next video, where we will continue exploring ways to live with ease and joy.